On our weather impact alert with these very gusty winds across our area, gusts in the 35 to 50 mile per hour range. We saw them start kind of get going later on last night, and they've continued to kind of pick up over the last couple of hours. Now we're going to see them start to die down into the afternoon and especially by tonight. Highs today only going to be in the lower 30s. Make sure you charge your devices if you can, if you do have power, just in case, and make sure you're bundled up too, because it is a chilly one, and with those winds, it makes it feel even colder out. So before I get into anything else, I know there's a lot of outages across our area, so I wanted to give you the option here, and I'm going to take myself off so you can get the full phone number. If you have any pictures or videos of wind damage, whether it be from trees falling, anything onto power lines, or anything off the house, anything that might have gotten thrown around by the wind, and you want to send us photos or videos, or you may just want to have some questions answered here on your Plus app, I can do them live. The phone number is 336-379-5775. Again, that's 336-379-5775, and I will work again to get those answered for you. Please include your name and your location too, and if it's a photo or a video, then we can also use the timing for that too, so we know when it happened and when you took the photo. So again, lots and lots of wind problems that we've been having all morning long. It's going to continue into the afternoon, starting to wind down later on into the night tonight. Lots of outages that I've seen already so far across the area. I'm going to kind of open up that now. Just within the last hour or two, that winds have really kind of picked up. There have been several thousand outages across the state itself. A lot, especially for western parts of the state. I'm going to kind of zoom in and tell you where I'm seeing the most outages. One of them is actually toward Winston-Salem. There's over 1,000 outages in one particular neighborhood that I was seeing, and this was off of Ebert Road, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, so apologies if I'm not. Ebert Road in Winston-Salem, over 1,300 people without power there. Several thousand across parts of Rockingham County over toward Reedsville and Pelham, as well as in Shannon Forest, just west of Reedsville, Woodland Park, over toward also Mayfield Road. This is toward Ruffin. They have about 1,000 outages there too. So if you're having outage issues, make sure you send us a message. Let us know. Send anything you're seeing, pictures or video wise, and we'll continue to keep you all posted on what we're seeing. But there are a lot of current outages across the area, and it's probably going to stay that way as we head into the next few hours, starting to die down later into the afternoon. So that's why we have this weather impact alert for the potential for some of those isolated power outages that we've been seeing so far this morning. There were a couple of isolated flurries earlier on this morning too. Those have since winded down. Storm reports within the last 6 hours. I'm going to kind of zoom in. A lot of them are over here in western parts of the state. With high wind reports. Some of them 48 miles per hour. That was in Wilbar. Ajo around 62 miles per hour over in Watauga County. That is a very strong wind. 58 for western parts of the state toward Clifton too, and 51 near Piney Creek over in Allegheny County. Very, very strong winds we've been seeing over the last 5 or 6 hours. Temperatures are in the lower 30s, but we feel like we are in the upper teens and lower 20s due to that wind that we've been seeing. Current wind gusts across the area. Wow, that's actually brand new. 51 currently in Burlington over in Alamance. This is all following that cold front that went through just last night, by the way. That's the strongest one I've actually seen so far here in the Piedmont. We had 46 earlier in Greensboro and in Winston-Salem, but 51, whew, that is pretty high over in Burlington. 58 we've seen over in higher altitudes. I was expecting that in Jefferson. 51 over in Boone. Again, this is going to continue to last as we head into the afternoon and start to clear up. We are in a wind advisory. Here are the alerts across the area right now that we're seeing. We're in a wind advisory, most of us. High wind warning due to an excess of 50 mile per hour winds expected across the mountains area, western parts of the region. Gusty winds, they could blow around any unsecured objects. This is until 7 o'clock. I'm re-clicking just so I can get kind of the latest information here. Tree limbs could be blown around, resulting in scattered power outages, as we've seen. But even winds this strong can make driving difficult at times too, especially for high-profile vehicles. So please be careful if you're going to be out on the roadways. Here's a closer look at those wind gusts starting to die down into the afternoon and evening. We're kind of in the thick of it right now, and we're seeing it really kind of reflected in these power outages too. I only have a couple more minutes with you, so I'm going to go see if I can answer some of your questions, if I've gotten any. Some people are just wanting to know when this is going to die down, and the short answer is in the evening. That's when we're really going to be seeing it die down. The wind advisory wraps up at 7 p.m., and by then we'll be seeing, almost a temperature, so used to saying that, those winds die down from under 20 to 25 miles per hour, which is a lot better than 50 with that latest report from Burlington. I'm still kind of blown away by that. Oh, that was very punny. But yeah, that's a very high report right now just in Burlington, and I'm curious to see if what the reports are around the area too, and if they're going to be seeing any more damage. So but there have been a couple of tree damage reports that we've seen across the area. Please be careful while you're out and about. Look for trees that could potentially fall. Make sure you charge up your devices too ahead of time if you do have power, just in case. In case all it takes is one tree falling on a power line for you to lose power for an extended period of time until Duke Energy or whoever your provider is able to come out and fix it too. So make sure you're being extra careful with that. Again, these are going to continue to die down heading into the afternoon and into the evening too. Again, if you have any videos or pictures, you can send it to 379-5775. Please include your name and your location, and also the time if it's a video or a photo. If you have any questions for me, you can also send them that way, and I will work to get those answered as soon as I can. But again, these winds are going to continue for the next several hours. Thousands of power outages all across the area as a result. I'm going to see if I can work to get you any more information. Looks like Winston-Salem Fire Department has been kind of talking about how they're out responding to downed trees and power lines. So you're going to want to stay alert and make sure you're also being safe too. All it really takes is one gust to knock one tree over, and then that's a lot. I know Rockingham County has also been responding to trees down as well. When we've heard that from the sheriff page as well. Please be careful. Again, a lot going on with these winds, and if you have any holiday decorations still out, well, this is your time to make sure they are inside. Well, I'm not going to call you out, but one last check here on your 7-day forecast as we wrap up some coverage here for the 10 o'clock hour. High winds continue for the afternoon and evening, wrapping up into tonight. Going to be dying down. Could see a couple of flakes Sunday. Not going to be impactful, not going to be accumulative. Don't get scared. I know we're all scared when I say the S word, the snow word at this point. We're in the lower 30s on Sunday afternoon, but we're warming up. Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be back in the lower 60s. We'll continue to provide you updates on the latest reports of wind gusts across the area and potential what we've been seeing with outages, of course, and continue to provide you those updates. And thanks for tuning in. We'll have more for you coming up in just a bit.